We have Anglo American Platinum, of course, the biggest. It's 80% owned by Anglo American PLC. The market cap is 93 billion rands. Okay, that's a big number. Still a very big company. Price to earnings ratio 93.5. The recent results weren't so hot. It's not currently paying dividends. Let's look at the share chart over 5 years. You'll see it's pretty much a bit up and down. But the company itself has slimmed down substantially, yes. Does lots of asset disposals and refocused on its high margin activities.
Correct. They've got one marvelous mine, Mogalakwena. It is the lowest, or of the lowest cost. Fantastic mine. They sold all of their Rustenburg mines to Sibanye, which we will discuss later. They're selling their Union mine. They've gone through a massive retrenchment, downscaling.
Mogalakwena is the old sort of PP Rust. It's in the center of the kind of Lower Limpopo province, for the record.
And they've done extremely well there. But of course, unfortunately, they're not making that much palladium, as I said earlier on. But they are now, when everything else being equal, when they report now, they'll actually have an earnings in the price earnings ratio because they are making money. And of course, all of these mines have slimmed down their capex hugely.
What about the mining charter? Because we didn't put that on the table, but there's a problem, isn't there? Because mining in South Africa is getting very difficult because the mineral rights regime is managed and the government wants you to be empowered, and you can't, then those people that get the shares can't sell them, and then it's,
look, this whole mining charter 3 effectively put it aside. The court cases are ongoing now, and it is in its entirety going to be thrown out. Now what that means is you revert back to mining charter 2, which in effect the Department of Mineral Energy has already done. They said they're not going to implement mining charter 3, and then you enter a, I don't know, 2-year negotiation process before you hopefully get something else out again that everyone agrees to. Now this is not positive because it creates uncertainty, but understand mining charter 3 is not coming into force, so we can at least put that aside. And Anglo's is carrying on with the restructuring. They've got a couple of quite high cost mines now that they hope they can get right, Amandelbult, etc. But with all of these shares, if you think Platinum or the Platinum Group is going to be 20% higher in 2 years' time, these shares are very cheap at these levels. But of course, if Platinum stays where it is or goes lower, you're at the margin now. You are right. There is in effect
but what
no
you're
margin
saying is all of the homework's been done. It's got a great management team. Chris Griffiths knows what he's doing. They've done lots of asset reorganization. They've done lots of movement of assets into this kind of more mechanized, high margin type. Is ready. All that's required is for the platinum price to do something. But for the moment, it isn't. Okay, so now I'm going to have to ask you, I'm afraid, hot or not?
Not hot, no.
So you're going to say, let's wait a while.
Sit on this one for a bit,
Let's sit on it for a while. Okay, well, I'll go with you on that one, so not.